Okay, looks like it's working on YouTube now also.
Do you have a snow already now in Finland, right?
Yeah, it started melting, already was able to ride some motocross even, and then we had more snow. So
Damn it. Why are you not enjoying ski?
no, I'm not into winter sports.
Yeah.
I used to be, but not anymore. Okay, I will just put the Zoom link in the YouTube description also.
Mhm.
So if people see it there, they can also join. Okay. Okay, now we should be good to go. How many people here? Okay, 19 people. Everyone, well, I think there was 19 who signed up in Discord, and now I shared it also publicly, so maybe we'll have more people join later. But anyway, so today the plan is to speak with Pawel from Poland, because I've given up on your name. Because every time it's
Yeah.
different. It's Pavel or Hart, or I don't even know how to say the middle name there. So
No,
every
it's
time it's different. What is your actual name? What do you go by?
no, the Pavel, many people call me Paul or Paul. That's more easy to remember. And the people recognize me from Race Stars, the track designers. And the NTK colors, NTK Ovca, it's my street name from graffiti. So that's why I
Ah,
put in the
okay.
middle. And Hert, a Hert, it's my last name. They probably some of my grandparents was from Germany, I believe, but I don't know exactly. But this is how my name it sounds. So this about. But the Pavel Paul, they I think this is the best and easy to remember that.
Okay. Pavel from Poland it is then. I'll stick with that. First, um, maybe a bit of an introduction of who you are, and I can share some pictures also while you explain a bit of your background.
Oh yeah, and I
So,
will just say what I do for a living, what is my passion, why I'm here for, and how I can help you guys to on the future race if you follow some instructions. So maybe we can get some good results after that. Um, so yeah, the basically from the radio control industry a little bit. The people know me from track designers, and I'm the stock racer, so I cannot stock racer, modified racer just began, and before I was driving the modified class. Then I moved to stock class, and I was concentrate about the race line and all that stuff to prepare myself for the higher speed, and because my normal everyday work, it's graffiti and airbrush painting, and I paint canoe for the high class sport athletes. Like, for example, now I'm painting for Paris uh, for Olympic Games. I was doing that for Tokyo, and before I was doing that for Brazil, for Rio. There was this the three Olympic Games what I already do some stuff for that. In our industry, like radio control industry, I will let's say I will be the body painter for the driver, but I working every day in the high class athlete sport. So that's why I from have many different knowledge. And these pictures, what you see up here, this is some of my tracks what I designed in Poland. And before I did XRS Poland, there was the series. And right now I just couple of years we just split each other, but we still with a good relationship with the X-Ray. So see you guys. And that moment we just have our brand they called Race Stars, and we just do our Race Stars contest. I just add some of my pictures from from the 1998 I think, the pictures what you see already. So when I paint the graffiti on the train, and this is why the born city.
Back in your criminal days.
Excuse me?
Back in your criminal days.
Yeah, many times I was laying under, actually, many times in the winter time when we paint and the train was standing in the backyard. So, between I think the train cops or so we was hiding there. But yeah, that's from I have my, let's say, the skills, what I can use, how it's what you see right now. This for my wife, sister, husband. This I did for him. So it means then I like to draw. I don't have, let's say, my mind, it's not Excel mind, I would say. And I give sometimes, I'm more feel than I understand. I don't know how to explain many things like that. But after that, there is many good things after that happen when I when I see, when I feel some things, I think I have a good intuition with some points, and after I have some good feedback about this. So and here this is our new brand, what I'm working on, and this is my graffiti style. Here it's Ovca, my name, Zuza, and Kazik, my dog. So we would just sit together, do the canvases, and then I just put this pattern on our Race Stars car bags. And for sure, our close future, there's gonna be invisible speed bags, the special edition. I already did some samples for Joseph, but this is like let's say later plan, but it's gonna happen like that. So we are new on this market on this moment. So this is what I do now here. I give the questions like myself, and then some athlete trainers, because I have the access, because of my job, I have access to the nationals, let's say canoe trainers, nationals, Olympic, athletes and people in the professional high level sport. And actually I got many nice things, many nice information from that kind of people. So I try to connect this together, and one of the results is my chapter of the Joseph book. So hope you read that, and hope you see some of my suggestions. I just start collect the information. My question was how to become a better driver instead of better mechanic, because more we older, we start thinking like a setup way instead of the driving way. For example, the kids, of course, everybody see the many kids, how they drive and how very easy they enjoying, and how very easy they go faster and faster, actually, every race. And one of the answer, I also give that kind of answer to the trainers and the people. There was not only trainers, I also have the person from there is a professor of the biomechanic in the high school. I don't know how to say, there's elementary, and after elementary it's a high school, and there's a student. Yeah. The teacher who's working with students there, that's a biomechanic professor. I also have speak with him and get some idea from them, because the kids, they not think about the setup, they think about the driving, how to driving better. And if we think on that way, and a little bit skip of all the mechanic things, because the mechanic in some point it's a little bit trap. In motorsport you have probably 1,000 elements we need to go together to give you the good result. And if one or two or 10 go a little bit wrong, then we start thinking about this, how to fix that, instead of we should be thinking how to just prepare yourself to driving better. And that's why the kids, because the father are mechanic, and the kids, they only can think about the enjoying the race, get some play with the other friends, and they don't think about the setup, they don't think about the oil, because the father do that. And so that's why I have one thing to think, enjoying a race and be a faster. So that's the point. And more we older, we start thinking about, all right, how I should be do the setup to be a faster on that corner and landing better, what kind of piston I should be use. And on the end, you start thinking about the setup like, I don't know, a couple of hours. And actually you lost all the thinking about the, all track, how to driving all around the whole track, how to just visualize this in your head, because there is, I hope, in our later conversation, there will be some about the visualization, about how our body, they need to move to you can drive better, how the nerve system working in our finals, in our qualification, how to work with the what does that mean, the nerve system are working wrong or good. I can give you some information how you can recognize that it's something wrong with your nerve system, or they working well, and when you can see this, and so on. So I have that many information, then it's really difficult to put me this on the small, small peel of information, some small peel. So we can just understand from probably we have 1 hour, and hopefully this is going to be enough. But
okay.
But this is a basic things what I like to share here with you, and will be much more better if I can answer with like a straight questions, so we can just go forward with.
Okay, I have a few questions to start, and then anyone can join in the conversation also. But I think that the first question is that you have been working with some drivers already in RC,
Yes.
helping with the sort of practice routine and helping with various ways to try to get them to be able to be more consistent and focus more and better. So the first question would be that for everyone watching now, what can you potentially do for them? How can you help us be better drivers? What is it that you do? Just sort of briefly somehow try to explain.
Short answer, VRC. That's it. Short answer. Of course, I can explain you why and how and so on, because that doesn't matter we like it or not, the VRC. So when I try VRC, probably most of you guys VRC.
To be clear, VRC is that simulator video game that you can connect with your own radio and drive. If someone doesn't know,
that's the key, and that's a really old simulator. Then actually we start to call it game instead of the simulator, because simulator, it's they simulate the reality, but this not so much. But let's say this need to be your, let's say, your friend. The VRC need to be your friend, and of course the off-road, it's not that good what they should be, and on-road on carpet it's quite okay. The most similar of the on-road, it's a 112 stock car. This is the most this is the car what they give you the same feeling. And I use this for warm-up before race, and also I recommend you that. And so we don't have nothing else on the radio control market, then we can replace the radio control racing, VRC racing. We cannot replace them. There is only one, and we can use them or we cannot use them. If you not use them and somebody use them, it's going to be better than you, and that's it. And the same like every athlete recommend you go swim 1 time a week, and And you know it's good. Of course, it's good for your body, for your health, and that's the point. And the same, it's like VRC. If you're not playing 1.5 hour 3 times a week or 2 hours, you know, like let's say 2 hours a week, that's the almost under minimum. Because this is what I know from athlete sport. Everything, uh, uh, every exercises, what you do 3 times a week, they give you a progress. If you're doing this like a less than 3 times a week, or 1 times a week, they keep your progress really slow, or keep your just, you know, like a flat, you know, edge, and so on. So everything what you do 3 times a week, 1.5 hour or 1 hour, like you can check, go to the gym and go do workout 3 times a week, and let's talk again in after 4 weeks. You will see the progress. That's how it works. And so if you do the VRC, they not need to be the clay car over there. It's enough on road. Depends about the driver level. Depends about what the driver need to. And I will take this to the beginner driver. Let's say, right? I will take this to the beginner driver who, in 5 minutes, they make 6 mistakes. Right, in the 110 off-road car, right? Because this is when I'm really close to them. So I will just try to give you some examples. So I recommend him not because many people of them, they choose the you know, off-road buggy in the VRC, but this is totally wrong. But the people, what they see the jumps, and they want to practice a jumps there. But the way how to do should be do, it's the practice just the race line, the jumps they coming, because you learn from the base. It's your cycle. So when you practice this 3 times a week, like 1.5 hour, and you're mixing this with the juggling, for example, because the juggling start to be a little bit popular. One of the points, it's because of me, and many people also like the juggling. Juggling, when you know how to juggling, they keep your consistency. When you learn how to juggling, or the same time how you learn how to control the car, it's you learn your nerve system, how to make the right connection when you're acting of the corners, and how far you need to see, how close you need to see. So actually, if we use computers, so you coding your nerve system, so you give all the moves, how you're programming your nerve system. So when you do it this regularly, 3 times a week, and so on, mixing with some exercises, your nerve system start to learning the moves, and this is how they works. If we play 1 times a month, or 3 times a month, or 1 times a week, we go and play a little bit with the car. This is okay. This is okay for enjoying. But people who's watching us here, I believe they expect something else, because the people who's buy the book, the people who start to, you know, searching a way how to become a faster, what to do to be a bit faster, how to feel better on the 45 minutes main, and so on. That's I believe that people, they are watching us right now. So this is the small way what you should be start practice. And of course, I opened this what I wrote, and you know, if you have the book, so you have ready for the, let's say, the chapter, you have already here what you need to do. If you will just follow, and this is like 4 or 5 weeks. This is the 5 weeks challenge, or you know, proposition from my side. If you do that, you can just come back with the answer. You will 110% you will feel that was difference, and it's not because you like off-road and you run on the road on the VRC. This is not that. This is how long you stay on the front of the screen. If you will see actually my setup, so I have 2 screens. One is higher with some with some arm from the wall. So for example, when I prepare with some races, you know, I practice on the standing position, because this is your right position when you're acting on the race. And this is nothing to do with the 5 minutes race, because 5 minutes everybody can handle. But there's a lot to do if you need to drive 45 minutes or half an hour main, or the longest one, because this is the way how your body actually start be tired from that point. So after a couple of practice like this, you will feel that your back pain is worked, the muscle here are start hoarding, the muscle under here they start to hoard, so here you will feel some pain, and so on. And so the exercises, what I recommend, for example, the easy one, just open VRC, take your stock class if you need to learn consistency, not the reflex. So you would take the touring car with the most easy track, how it's probably the Carpet 2, I believe, that's the name on it, and take the touring car. Doesn't do any setup there. Please don't do any setup. Stop with the setup. This is not the class for setup. Class for setup is on the Joseph. Here it's something, just a driving move. And adjusting there the steering, and that's it. How you feel the steering. So this, you need bigger or smaller, depends. But this is what you can adjust. The rest, just put the battery the bigger so you can, and that's it. And then probably on the one battery, you can drive. When you start, you not press the start race. You just go and play. And probably on one battery, you can go over 20 minutes. And this is your race run. This is your practice. You stay in front of computer in 20 minutes and you just do the moves. You just program your system. After 20 minutes, you just, you stop and you take your, juggling ball, and you start learning how to juggling. This is like I recommend. Start learning if you don't know how. So just play some, easy tutorial on YouTube and just start to repeat. Because the learning process are really important, because in the learning process, you push yourself, to just a little bit over the limit, This is something what you're not used to it, and you just try to be. You will see you start to be really focusing on this what you do, even if you drop the balls. All right, you drop the balls, okay, and try again. So you're doing that in 10 minutes, and then you go again 20 minutes until your car stop, or let's say then 10 laps before stop or something like that. So 15 minutes, let's say, on the one battery. And this is your exercises, and check 1 hour, it's enough. All right, 1 hour. Like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 hour. That's it. This is the absolutely basic for the beginners. And you will see after some weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks, probably you will see good result after 3 to 5 weeks. This is, we testing that many times, and this is really works. So when you go after this, you will see, and everything's going easy. Your juggling start to go okay. So it means then you program your nerve system what you expect from them. So I want to go tight this corner. So you're doing that because you feel what you do. But if we play 1 time a week or 1 time a month on the clay track, and it's too big, and we not understand so much the setup, we not understand how much everything it works. So it's many things around who can tell you, all right, this not works, this not works, and on the end you actually less satisfied, and the progress go really slow. But when you go to VRC, there you have only this skills meet. There's nothing else. No so much adjustment, no any setups, nothing else. It's you and controller. So you take one vehicle and you control another vehicle to do the job. That's the point. And when we have this clear and we build this, like a totally background, so then we can start working higher expectation. And sorry, they just.
Okay, so before we move on, let's recap a bit and have one
Thank
point.
You. Sometimes you stop me because you know what I mean. I talk too much sometimes.
basically, are you saying that people need to drive more? So just more time with the radio driving around the track. And in real life, the problem is that in nitro, there's a lot of maintenance. In electric, you have to keep changing batteries. And also, you have to actually go to the track. And not everyone can go to the track every day, but they could take some time at home in front of the computer screen every day. So it's the VRC is a way to increase the time you can be with your radio doing laps. That's the main point, right?
Exactly, that's the pain point. And the best question is how many main finals you do by week, you do by months? How many main finals you do by months? Joseph, tell me, how many main nitro finals?
Zero. So
thank you.
This is a really good point, because back in the day, the World Championship final is 60 minutes. And then we had this discussion with Degani where the American drivers didn't have a single 60-minute main, and only few of them would practice and then in practice actually do the race format, but maybe twice. So they are going to the World Championship knowing that they hope to race a 60-minute main, but they haven't actually prepared with multiple 60-minute races, which just shows that how low the level of professionalism in RC is. That
it is,
even then, like top drivers who know what they are going for don't even really prepare and practice enough the thing that really matters. That's 60 minutes.
Funny things from the coach of the national, canoe team. We just see it. I begin that journey with the information with Bartek Zalewski and his father. So I would just say hi, guys. And we have a funny story with that, because we sit on the table, the guy just put some papers on it, we just sit, and we even not sit, and he asked, how many times a week do you practice? We even not sit, and how many times a week do you practice? And we said, in the weekend on the race. There was like a straight question from the national trainer, how many times a week do you practice? And we in the weekend, in Friday, when we have the open track and the weather is good, so there was like a straight question, and the answer was already there. So that's why my question is, how many main finals you do, let's say by week or by months? By months we can say you can do it on the real life, because actually you can go on the track one times a month and do this 1 hour race. Why not? You can make the simulation. But on the VRC, you can put 45 minutes every day if you want. But everything need to get the balance. That's why I recommend 3 times a week, 1.5 hours, maximum 2 hours. It's like in the gym. The rest, it's for your disposition. Weekend, it's for your disposition, for your racing, for your practice, or you want to spend time with family. Monday, it's for rest, because you come back Sunday from race. Monday, it's for rest. And Tuesday, you're fresh. You have one. Most of us, he can find 1 hour in the daytime, so he can find 1 hour late. Of course, not so much late, because the light from the screen, it's also not good before sleep. But you can find this, and this is possible. That's why doesn't matter the VRC, it's cool or not cool. We need to looking on that like a gym tool, like a working tool, nothing else. If you want to play with friends, all right, do that. That's all right. But if you just don't like it so much, so you will say to yourself, all right, I practice this because I need to work on my finger. I need to work with the, brake and acceleration flow. So for that point, there is a set up your, let's say, clay car. Set up your track with the lower grip, take the smaller pinion and the bigger, the taking pinion. Sorry, I don't know how to name.
Spur gear.
Yes, spur gear, and then you play this the stock car, and then you can play in, I think, Bash Pit Long, the name of the track. Bash Pit Long, I think it's also for free. 45 minutes before the car it stopped. No any pit stop, nothing there. You just stayed in and you play 45 minutes in electric car where they have really bad, the grip. There's almost no grip. You only set the steering. That's it. No any. Don't think about the setup. Just do the job. And after two times 45 minutes, do something. 2 times 45 minutes. You play a lot with the throttle. You start to understand, hey, I need to go really smoothly. But when you understand that, you start give a little bit more because you know where you can accelerate. And this is how it works on the end. No, sorry, before. On the end, you go on the real track, and then you see, wow, that's so many grip. Because you practice on the so low grip. And this is, let's say, it's almost for free. To build a simulator all around your PC instead of this what we see from F1 simulator, the people building another room to the house and they have a F1 simulator there. We need the PC screen and that's it. I stand in front of the chair and actually the chair that's touching my belly. So the top of the chair, they're touching my belly. So it's the same when you stay on the driver's stand and your belly, they touching the rim up there. So I put the headphones and my friend just said, put the windmill next to you so that you have a wind on the face and you feel like on the track. So this is how easy we can build that in home. And I recommend you that. So this is the free information from this is what I recognize. This really works and cool example.
Okay, wait. So there's a actual driver who has done this, who to me proved that VRC can help because it's Martin Wolanka from Austria, and he played a lot of VRC. I'm not joking. So he played a lot of VRC. I think he was like they had world championships back then, so he won there. But that's what he did, and then he went from like nowhere, like who is that guy, to I think his best was second at the Euros in Germany. And it happened in a very short space of time where it went from never heard, never seen that guy to his like making finals, and then he was second. And he even said that it's because he played so much VRC that it helped a lot because he didn't have time to go to the track to practice, but he drove VRC. So there is a real life example of this actually working. But I want to touch on something else because people are going to laugh and say juggling. What the fuck? I'm not a clown. Like that's lame. But there is actually, I came across this scientific explanation for why it works. Because I'm learning to play the guitar, and it's extremely frustrating to learn as an adult, holes in walls and stuff, because it's really annoying. You know what you want to do, but you can't do it. And I discovered a video where a guitar teacher was explaining how to learn as an adult. And they actually backed it up with science. They said, when we are children, so babies to young children, our brain is in the right state to learn, to make new connections. And I think it's like a chemical that is needed, some chemical that is produced, and then the brain can make new connections. That's why children learn things so quickly.
I see about them.
Yeah, as you get older, this is reduced. So older people, adults, naturally do not learn the same way. So juggling, and another thing is balancing. So this guitar teacher used the example of do something that involves balancing. So, standing on one leg, closing your eyes, like balancing, forcing the brain to engage in the act of balancing. I think juggling is most likely part of this same idea, that use something where you need the coordination to juggle balls, because this triggers the brain to start going into learning mode. This chemical gets produced. Then you are your brain is basically ready to learn. And then when you do whatever it is that you want to learn, it actually goes in. So this works for learning the guitar also. So you do this, balancing or juggling, then you practice slowly what you want to do on the guitar. Slowly, just repeat it over and over and over, right? And then it might not even happen then, but the next day when you go to play it, you just play it. It just happens. It's absolutely fucking amazing. So even though it sounds ridiculous, this actually works. So
Yeah.
there's science behind this.
Thank
Trust me
you,
on this.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There is a lot of stuff behind this. Yes, this is mainly part of them. The liquid one, what you talk about this, and the nerve cell connections. So we, many of you probably heard that there is an electric signal who's jumping from one neurons, now one neurons to another, and this make our nerve system connect. And so this what we miss, how we old. We miss first of all, we miss a lot of water in our body. That's the main things, we guys, like I'm over 40, so I go together with Joseph in the in the European champion, 40 plus. But in our case, we mostly lose the water. The water is the basic stuff when the electrons start jumping from one particle to another, and in this liquid there is also a lot of minerals what they need to jump faster. So then we go, now we go to the part when how to eat, how to let's say take some supplements which help your body get some more minerals, the salt water. The basic part is take the 1.5 liter of water and put the 1 spoon of this let's say pink salt. That's a really good one, and just drink this. That's all. And this gives you a lot of mineral, and this gives more water into your body. And another part, it's the exchange. The people who want to really work, and I have some of my students, they just running and they do the other stuff instead of only the playing VRC or do the the RC stuff. They also running and do sprints or on interval rate, interval running, because then you need to exchange the water what you have, because if you not move and your condition is not that good what they should be compared to your age, for example, the water start to be acid. So that's why this acid, what it's in your body, they lock this, the connection. So that's why it's really difficult to enjoy the race, because you want to move and the reflex is lower. But it's not depends about the age. It depends how you exchange this water with the minerals what you have. If you start exchanging that water, so all your nerve system automatically start working better. So even if you don't like the VRC, but if you want to see the result, just start to sweat yourself. And the way how to do it, it's your business. You can run, you can swim, you can jump, you can do million other things, you know what I mean? So it means that you need to exchange the water from your body and get the new one, the fresh one with the new minerals. And this is our basic, and we just go to the chemically on that part up there. And there will be different chemically when you need to, race in Radovan, for example, this year, last year, and 2 years ago. And there will be difference between the, guy who's actually the David also did the great job, but they not win, they was second, but congratulations. But for example, the Davide, he live in the warm country, so they used to it for the weather. But the people who it's from the country when it's pretty cold or not so good, not so warm, that weather how was there, they much more struggle. So for all Polish people, and also one of my students from Sweden, Jessica, I was sent them the PDF from the athletes, trainer, what you need to drink and how to prepare yourself for the higher temperature, action. So that's other part. And so you see how everything is connection. And if you are on the good if you are in the good shape, so after you halfway, if you're in the good shape in halfway, if you, I don't know, play with your friends one times a week with the with the football, sometimes in the evening, that's really good. And more you older, then it's better for you actually. And this is the case. So the liquid in the nerve system, in the these particles, they need to really good base. They need to really have a really good with this plus and minus minerals. They can help jumps the signal. So this is one thing. The juggling, prepare your focusing. This is what Joseph say. And you just do things with the juggling, for example. So then you prepare for learn something else, or acting with something else. I will say example with Peko in ETS. Maybe there was coincident, or maybe not, or well, actually we don't know. We're not gonna know anymore because that was happened. I'm the track designer, so I did ETS not in Austria but in Down. I built the track in ETS, and I also built the track with my friends for EOS track from this year and the last year. But anyway, we have our tent over there, and we have VRC up there. So, you can stand there, you can play. So I come to Peko on the ETS and say, Peko, let's do here it's some like a minerals medicine. There was like the stuff what his body needed to take. And I would say, you sit here 3 hours and you race 5 minutes. That's it. 2-3 hours you sitting, you do the setups in 1 hour, for example, because they not crash, they only need to adjust stuff. And then you wait 2 or 3 hours, oh shit, what is my run, because they only drive modified. So I say, all right, when you're done your race, go check your car, do the adjustment what you need. After that, go out from here, because there's too many people. The air are heavy. So go out from here, go to the hotel, do what you like, just walk or go and lay in the bed, relax, don't think about here. 1 hour before, or 45 minutes before, come back, check your car again, and half an hour, 40 minutes before your race, come to my tent, and you will, answer yourself. I will say, if you need to be more like a more focused, not exactly about the driving, but more focused. So you start with the juggling and you end it with the juggling. But if you need to be a more, in race, like a warm-up, there was a warm-up. We talk about the warm-up before your run. Then you start with the VRC, juggling, ended by the VRC, because we have like a 10 minutes to 10 minutes. And actually, he gave me really cool feedback. He made the track record, so they beat Michael Orlowski. So let's say that was help him. Maybe he can do it without that, but we're not gonna know this. But he said then he can push faster. Sometimes when you wait that long on your race and you go, so before you start pushing, especially on the how high precision race and the high grip carpet racing, the pushing are really important. So you feel limit of your car. That means then you can pushing but not flip over. This is a pushing part. Before you start race, or when you start race, you have your 1 or 2 minutes when you just go a little bit, safety, and then you lose some, couple of tenth of the seconds or thousand of the seconds. So he told me he was the half an hour before his race, he was concentrating doing the things, and he was on the race, he was faster into the race, into the pushing, and he feel that he can better control. And if I not miss, he finished on the higher position when he's starting his A main. So, in modified ETS class, that's, sometimes it's really difficult to go one place up. But he say he can, he give me really nice and cool feedback. So I appreciate that. Another example, no, let's go back to this. So it means that we not do the warm-ups in our racing. You know, warm-ups, I mean something like that. If you, with the athlete parts, you warm up, you know, sometimes half an hour or 1 hour before your main distance, what you do, so you know, make your muscles, you know, ready and so on. So this is how you make your, you know, all your nerve system. You make warm up for your you know, nerve system, and then you go and do 1 minute, you know, warm up, the real warm up. You start to used to it really fast, and then you can faster control the whole race. So this is the one of the feedback of Peko, and this is also what we miss on our, you know, on our racing. So that's one of the feedback from example Peko. Probably many of you know him.
Okay, so basically, 1 point, more time with the radio, more driving. VRC is one way to do that. Then trigger your brain into learning mode by juggling, for example, before you practice. And then you said exercise is also good for that. Drink a lot of fluids, water.
Yeah, basic water.
Yeah. So these are all points that help. And then yeah,
sorry,
go on.
So I say this is what we say already. This is no any magic, you know. Look,
Yeah,
everybody know this.
Yeah, but the thing is that how to do it. And one thing that we've been thinking about here with Pawel is that how to make this possible for him to do and help people who want the help. And one way to do that is he has already started with his coaching sessions with some drivers, but to grow it more and spread the information further and get more people involved, what we'll do is we'll offer coaching sessions on invisible speed where people can sign up for 30 days and then basically work with Pawel to improve their own racing and their practice routines and learn a system for them, how they can improve their racing, how they can enjoy it more, how they can improve their results. So this is something that we will do. Maybe you could quickly just explain how that would work. So if someone thinks that, you know what, this sounds very interesting, but I know that I'm lazy and I'm not going to do it anyway. But if I sign up and you are my coach, what would that mean? So just explain that.
The basically, of course, I will. It depends how many people will be on the class. How many people want to join general. If let's, I think the maximum for one class is 10 places, and one class should be, you know, make it together compared to they should be the same, right, you know, skills level. They will be great if we can you know, if we can collect that kind of classes. There will be different classes with the different level, and and there will be then we can with the class what we concentrated on, we will have some let's say sorry thank you. We have some guys and girls. We have some you know, people who's like to enjoy the meeting. One times of week, I will give you exercises. Would you like to do, let's say, two or three times a week? This is the main. And the most important things, if you will skip this, so you know, you pay for that, and if you will skip some exercises, then it's like a no reason to join there, because I really like to work with people who want to improve something, and they, you know, it's difficult to say, hey, you didn't do the you know, the morning run, or you didn't do cold shower in the morning. That's the not cool things, but I explained how they works, and this is not that scary. But if you follow the steps, you will see after 2 weeks and after 3 weeks, it's gonna work. And every week, like Sunday, let's say, the Sunday we can call each other by Zoom or by class, what Joseph recommend, and then we can discuss like 10 people here, and we can discuss what was good, what was wrong, and this is what I do with my friends, the guy from Andreas from Norway. I prepare him for 112 euros. This happened actually next weekend, and every Sunday we discuss about the whole week, what was good, what was wrong, what he don't like it, what he like it, what we need to work. And one of his message actually a couple of days I sent Joseph the screenshot. There was, hey, I improved my best lap. I improved my best ever 8 minutes, and I lose 5 kilo. And and what about how it's going on you? How it's going. So that was the most nicer message what I when I get from last some last times. Also my student from long time, it's Jessica Parso. And I don't talk about, there is so many controversy and different stuff about her, but I'm too far to commentate that. But I know this is the if we do half of her training, we'll be twice as better how we are. Really, half. She can wake up 4:30 and go to run like 3 months, just 3 months like this. And this is like I have this, what it is when I talk about I have that. That's why I'm excited. I love working with people who's really want to improve something. I was running on the long distance before I was, when I was young, and that's why I would like to get some class, the people who's really like to work. And when you decide to join me to my class, let's be, fair by yourself, and let's do this stuff. And of course, before you join that, you will choose then, let's say, how it's your driver skills level. You can, some of you, or maybe, some of you I can ask, all right, send me some screenshot from your VRC, consistency, lap times, and so on, then I can check at that. And so when we collect that kind of class, so I can promise you guys, then for sure you will get like a 20% better of your skills after 1 month. It's depends what skills you are, but when you're beginners, it's going really high, the level. When you're middle, of course, they go a little bit slower. You need to put more work. For example, when you're on the level like Jessica, you need to work 1 year to go 1/10 of the second by lap, But this is consistency, 1/10 of the second. So she built, she will not go back. She built the stones. She go like a stones. She built the stones, and this is what I love to see that. And I will always say that's the person who can. When you do half of her training, you will be twice as better than you are. And I can say to every level of driver about that. So this is one of the point. And that's why it's good to share with that kind of knowledge. It's good to share the young people, beginners, how it's a way how to recognize where you are, how it's a way recognize how it's actually your real speed, because you can think then, okay, I will put super fast motor and I'm fast, not you that fast, how you can control this, so sometimes you need to reduce your speed even 50% to go to your basic. And then you can start build this, what we talk here, what I talk in the book. And from this point, we can build the skills, because every time is going something wrong, you can go back to this basic, because all right, I have 100% power of my transmitter, but I don't make mistake when I go 60% of my power. I don't make mistake in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever. I can just play and start to be boring. And this is your ground. And if it's something wrong and you have, I don't know, super imported qualifying, so start from here. You don't need to push. And we need to, how much control yourself and how much recognize what is going on around. It means how much you are, how much you are the good driver. Probably I missed some words, but sorry, my English is not that good how they Joseph is. But this is what I like to learn you in that class. And after some years, I have, of course, many other examples also from my club, and they everything is that connecting, like VRC, the water drinking, VRC drinking water, track flow, track jumps, and so when everything is make it correctly, then when you go on the track, you feel, all right, this is all right. I feel good on this track because the track was designed in one part. The track was designed to have a good flow. They not, like a German electric track, Euros. There was, please, this is, this personal, but please not do stuff like that, not build the track like this. The track was, I don't know, from 1950 something. The Aero electric in Germany. Michael was win, Burak was second.
Yeah, the 8-scale. 8-scale. Yeah.
8-scale. There was absolutely anti-flow track. And I was tired when I was watching that track. There was nice tradition, cool. There was nice tradition, but our car are not from the same age. Our car has a new ones from 2023 or 22. They need the difference, jumps. Our car like to jump. Our cars like to jump forward. Our cars don't like to jump like this. The US style are inspired by motocross. That's why there is a lots of jump high and so on. But this is the radio control car, not the radio control bike. And bike are designed to jump high and landing with the long, big angle. But our car are jumping the four wheels. They love to jump forward. So I would say the Spanish track, Spanish track, Brazilian tracks. This guy who should be built the words. This is my, main idol. They understand 110% how the radio car works, the physics works, and I see his track. That's amazing. So the Spanish style, Brazilian style, some of the US style, this Miguel, they build their Spanish build their track, the Barcelos track. Also, they weigh like this. So this is when you see the car is going flow. So the water self-connection, radio, VRC, the good track, when you have a good track. When you have all this complete, when you feel in the good shape, you're not tired. You sleep enough. This is really important also, to sleep enough. So when you put this together, then you feel all right. I'm, 10 place higher in like 1 week before or something like that. So sleeping part, the last things, the sleeping part. If you don't have a time for nothing, what I say right now, just to go sleep 8 hours, 10 hours before race, go to the bed 10 hours before race and sleep 7 hours. That's actually 7 and 9. That's the most important, because I know by myself, I was really, I was focused to EOS in down, last round of EOS in down. And I was so good on the free practice. I was like top 5, top 3, top 4, whatever. I was absolutely top up there. I designed this track, and I was going on the gym, practice on VRC, build the track, and instead of beer, we have all the gym food and stuff like that, magnesium and I was 100% there. And then I was prepared the track for qualification from day before. The practice was done. I was super happy, and I was prepared the track to 1 or 2 o'clock in the night. And 7 o'clock there was start first quali, and I was just not wake up. I wake up 10 minutes after, and I run. I was no sleep enough. I go to the lowest group, and I feel my eye, like 42 years old. So you feel in your eye, then you're just tired, and all was gone. I couldn't complete 5 minutes clean run. I couldn't complete because I was tired. And I was 2 weeks before, this oxygen tube, high pressure oxygen tube. You know that? Where is that? You can go sleep there. High pressure oxygen tube. So I was even for 1.5 week, I was going to the oxygen tube to sleep 1 hour there, and so your body have a more oxygen in the blood. So I even find the axle here in Poland then I can go and test that, and this is really works also. So I was that much in it then, and there was that much, I was really want to do my best, and from my experience, I can tell you, the sleeping, that's the ridiculous important. And when I talk with the guy who get the salary, we want to get the salary from the radio control car racing. And I talk with the person who get the salary from racing and say, I'm tired. What the fuck? Somebody pay you for that. Somebody pay you to be the best up here right now. You get the salary for. Why are you tired? What you do in the night? So this is how I'm looking at that. So,
Okay.
so on the class, yes.
Do we have any questions from people? Raise your hand. Go on the 3 dots and raise your hand, and I'll get you to ask a question. Someone in chat asked about VRC, if you've experimented with different screen sizes. So, any thoughts on that?
Different screen sizes in VRC. Yes and no. I have my I don't know, in iMac I have my Retina 4K screen, but 21 inches or something like that. And that was this is amazing. If you can install on Mac this Windows app and go through the windows, this is amazing, good detail view. But I was taking high resolution, the classic gaming screen, little bit angle, and when I placing this front of eye, not so much close, but good enough. The end of there is some adjustment. I'm sorry, I cannot tell you exactly, but there is some adjustment. If one of my buddy, they looking on that, then maybe he can just remind me here in chat. But there is some adjustment who's help you with the sides, when your car go on the sides. Also, what I didn't test, but I recommend you to test, maybe I have some lucky in this weekend. My friends, there is a VR glasses geek. They love to play with the VR glasses, and VRC are not made for VR glasses, but I think Steam, there is a platform they call Steam. They make some apps, then you can put the VRC into the VR glasses. And of course, they're not going to be, it's nothing changed with the view. It's nothing changed at all, but they change, you will feel like you're standing 100 cell screen. So with this point, important is then you need to move your head like you do on the driver's stand. On the VRC, you can make your camera center, or you can make your camera sides. I always use the sides because they push me to move my head, but just as like a couple of degrees. But on the real race, we stay from the front and we do like this, or sometimes you even do like that. So VR, if some of you guys can check this and give me some feedback after that, I will appreciate it. VR, I expect nothing change with the view. It's going to be the same, but they put you in the super high, super big screen. So when the car is going to be somewhere there, you need to move your head. So you will see the car up there. This is what I believe is going to happen, and different screen size in. Also, different screen size. It's I think there is a 30 some sows. That's the biggest what you can do with, I think. Because sometimes I put this to the to the flat TV, the 45 screen, but the data, it's too slow because you have one processor in a PC, and the other processor, it's a processor into your TV, and this make you much more slower. There is also this FPS rates, and I have on me 400 something. Yeah, actually, I can show you because I have something here. The VRC adapters. That's something like that. Later on, there is on my shop, but I don't want to make some commercial up here. Then I would like to place that in Joseph's shop. This was made by Polish guy, and it's twice as faster than original from VRC. So this is for sure it's gonna work really well. I have some movies when I testing, when I do like this. So this is good
for the radio, or
yeah, this adapter for the radio. Put the USB, like a micro USB to USB, and this you put in your receiver, and you just binding, and that's what. It's super simple and works really well. And this made by VTS, that's the transponder also, not the MyLabs transponder, but there is also another VTS transponder. This the same guy made it. This really, really good electronic guy. So later on, we'll come back to that, but this is cost like, I don't know, 30 euro, something like this, so it's not a big deal, but it's really, really works and really good. That's some of the part. I hope
any
I
other
explained
questions?
you. Yes.
Anyone have a question here in chat? Or what is this? Like you can talk. No one raised their hand.
Yeah, I have one.
Okay. Last question, Neil.
This is the last one or not?
Yeah, we're over an hour already.
We are over. Okay, so I have one. I would say this way of trying to improve our skills, driving skills, can in some way change, because this is invisible speed, this is a masterclass of setup, and can this change the way we look at our way to set up? A lot of people are so focused on their setups about cars because they have just a bit a rebound on the shocks. Oh no, that is wrong, and so on. Can that change the way?
The class is for. The class is that for. The simulator or control. You have one vehicle. The transmitter is one vehicle, and this what you see. It's a second vehicle. It's another vehicle, and you need to make a job. Your job is to make it the fastest lap how you can and make the consistency. This is your job to do, and you take one vehicle and you control another vehicle, and more you in it, more you have. Let's say you practice this what I told you, minimum 2 times a week, but let's say 3 times a week you practice 1 hour a day, and that's it. Then you do your other stuff, and this make you more sensitive. You take your car and you're much more faster. You will feel the setup, and the other side, you will feel, all right, I don't need so much adjustment. Of course, it depends about the level, but when the people who yeah, this what you say, it's our motorsport trap. This is the motorsport trap, because we have so much information about how to adjust the shocks, how to adjust the you know, the springs, the heights, and all that things. Then actually we almost forgot what we do this. We do this to just to play, you know. And when you replace all this thinking about the setups to just playing, when you come back again and you will take your car, because most of you guys, I believe, you can set your car basically really good. Bearings are good, oil are fresh, oil are almost good enough to compare to the track, the gearings, the battery, the servo, and so on. So basically we have done the same like Joseph now. He sell a nitro car with the basic setup. You cannot change so much there. This is the best move, I will say. This is the best move. This car, it's for my class, I will say, you know, because then if you don't have so much to adjustment, so only you can take care. This is the basic things, and the rest start thinking about the racing, I was tell you, yeah, when I introduce myself, the pilots, you know, the pilots of planes who do the acrobatics, you know, they make the show. They practice in here. Really, they meet together in the one room. This team, let's say that's a 6 guys team. One is a main guy, you know, and the rest it's a guys who do another acrobatic stuff. They practice in the head. They sit in the one room in 1 hour or more. It depends how they need it. And one of the part of his practice, it's you know, they do like this and hear the comments. They just acting how they fly, and this is how you learn more. Even the conversation, when we talk about this, when we talk about the driving, about the jumping, not about the setup, but about this. So even this make you, you know, forward, because there was probably the famous research, the science research, and there was about the muscle in the head, muscle in the finger. There was muscle in the, and there was one guy, you know, just put some weights here and just do some reps. That's it, you know. And they was measure how much improved he, you know, he's this. The other guy was only think about this, but they think regularly. They put like this and they think, they do this. And there was, let's say, in the guy who's doing that, there was, let's say, 50% improvement. But the guy who's they only think, there was 20%. So the thinking, just the thinking about the driving, you know, I so much in this, what I talk now with many years, and, you know, this is my passion. You know, really, this is my really passion. And so when I speak all week with my friends, you know, one friend to another, with my students, with, you know, other people about that, when I go on the track, I drive better. Even if I'll not drive 1 week, because, you know, I become father, you know, one company it's running. I just also paint some jobs. I do everything what I love. I not do the things what I must to do, but I do the stuff what I love, but still it's sometimes too much. But when I talk a lot, even the life like this make you, you know, more, they push you a little bit on it, you know, you start thinking on it. And the way of the thinking, it's a way how you improve. And this is all case. This is no any magic here, and no any, you know, mysterious theory, and I hear that from, you know, something else. But this is the real stuff. So so this is why we should be think. We should be think how much time of week do you make your main finals? How much times of week you make the main finals? If you do it twice a week, 45 minutes in VRC, if you're not that good enough, you just do the on road and you know, just play around. And when you go on the track after 2 weeks, really you will see, all right, there was it was not that important to just make the super fresh shocks or give 50 less or 50 too high oil. That is not that much important. It's important in, I don't know, top 20 in Europe. It is important in that, guys, you know, but all we guys under these numbers, we just want to have a better consistency. That's the point, you know. Consistency, it's winning. Consistency of practice, consistency of laps, you know, all the consistency are winning. The speed, they coming together with the consistency. Actually, after consistency, the speed is coming after consistency. And then when your consistency drop down because you forgot, you not practice, you do nothing, the speed, it's, you know, the one lap, one speed, you know, one fast lap, it's still there. So when you come back on the track with some long break, when you feel was good in the good shape, and you come back on the track, then you see, then you feel, hey, I was, you know, you start pushing because you start searching your best lap from last time. But okay, you will have, but you lose all your consistency. So
most bitches ain't marriage material. Bitches are just material. So hear me out. If you marry a bitch up to
okay, okay, that was funny. So when you feel on the good shape, you feel then you feel you have your good consistency. This is the consistency. It's I would say it's a feeling. You are in the track, you are there, you know. So this is, you know, you don't want to go, you don't want to go out from driver's stand. That's why you're enjoying. This is how you feel that you're in the good shape, and this is where you feel the consistency going good. When you the first you lose consistency, then you lose your fast lap. You know, this is not opposite, but the fast lap, it's come from consistency. So the consistency is this is the most, let's say, difficult and the most important part to keep. When you can recognize that your nerve system are good or not, or when you sleep good or not. I have a daughter, so I see how she learned the grabbing something and so on. And also we can see this on the old people who have a hangover or they not sleep well. They not shaking. This is not the shaking. When some, you know, yeah, let's see. The kids, when they start grab something, they do couple of moves. No, this is a muscle memory remembers, you know, what they learn. And they do couple of moves and they have it. When he repeat then, they start doing this on like a one move. You know what I mean? But before the one move, they start, you know, searching that. This is what we do in the throttle. We searching where is the right place on the speed on the corner. We searching that. Did it. But when you do this corner 20 times or 100 times, probably you will reduce the move to the 1 or 2. This is how we learn that. When your nerve system working well, this is what happened. When you have, let's say, the old people start to have the same, maybe not shaking, but they repeat his, you know, they want to do that, but they go back. This is when it's something wrong with your, you know, when you want to touch something and then you know, acting like this. I cannot explain it better. Sorry. I hope you understand. This is the place when you need to start working a little bit your nerve system. So water, electrolytes, you know, minerals and so on. Drink a lot, sweat a lot, reduce the old water like acid, put the new one. It's gonna be better, you know. So this is the point. So also this happen when you sleep 2 hours because half of night you prepare your car for the race to be, you know, to get the good result. But actually you fuck up your result because you sleep 2 hours and then you do like this, you know, you drink coffee and all move are not perfect. So when we sleep, our strike moves are much more better shape. So this is how you can also recognize that kind of stuff. I think I say a lot.
Yeah, we have to end now. I have a lot of questions,
you.
but they aren't for this meeting because we'll do more of this, and also in the online course we'll do,
Thank
and of
you
course
very
in your
much.
coaching. So, for example, stuff related to how to maintain focus in longer mains, because it's very common for even really top drivers to have a moment in a race. Okay. So back when I was racing this also, I recognized this as a thing. So you'll have a really good race going, and then something happens. Sometimes it's something that's out of your control. Something in the race happens where it messes you up, and you have a moment. You have like 2 laps that are just bad, and then you are back. So this happens very often with drivers, where they have a moment in a race that they wish they could remove. Everything else was good. So how to avoid those kind of things. And also another common thing is towards the end of the race, when things really matter. Some drivers excel, others fail. Okay, why is that? What is that? What's going on? How to improve that? And another is physical, so tension when driving. So that's something I also noticed playing the guitar, where you have to be relaxed. When you are more relaxed, you can perform better. But it's also something which some people have, which, for example, I do, is subconsciously I tense up when I should be sort of performing at my best and being relaxed. So this is also something that I would like to discuss. So there's a lot of different things that we will go over in the future, and we can go over. I hope this was interesting for you, and we'll set up the coaching sessions on the website also. And this meeting will also be posted in the course material. And I can say, just closing note, because Neo asked about setup versus driving, I can say that I would say like 5-6 years ago, when I was racing more actively, and I would say I was, let's say 10 to 25 was my range, or like where I belonged in the world of drivers. So not the best, but not bad either. Normally, I would say I was just within a second of the best lap, so 1 second off like the fastest lap of the race. Without exception, the times that I gave my car to one of those drivers, like Elliot Boots, David Ronnefalk, Ryan Mayfield, whoever else it may have been, like that level drivers, Robert also, they would match that lap. So whatever, we were at a race, we did the race, finished the race, practicing after, whatever, my best lap, 7/10 off, 1 second off, whatever it was. I gave my car to them. They managed to do that lap. That is driver, okay? That it was a really good test for me to do after races, because I knew my car is good enough, okay? And that difference, that is what Pawel hopes to improve on for all of you, because we all have that same, we are all in that same situation where we have that second that we can improve just by driving, regardless of where we are in the results. And if you go now and look at your race results and imagine your average lap was 1 second better, check where you would finish. It's a big difference. It's a smaller difference when you are like 15th, but if you are 50th or 30th, it's a massive jump, you know? So, yeah. That's all. So thank you very much. And
Okay.
we'll see you next week in the course. Ryan Lutz will be a guest there.
I also want to say thank you very much. That was a pleasure to I can share with you guys some of my information, and I'm looking forward then we can collect some class and we can just start working on. So then after you can share this stuff, what we will do in the class with your friends, so that he can also enjoy. Then he will know from your side how it's going, and yeah, this works. I have some good feedback from many people, and I hope this gonna help you guys to get some good results.
Yeah, we'll force Pekko to join. Pekko can be a case study.
Thank you.
Okay.
Waiting for Pekko. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
All right, thank you.